Hello. So today I'm doing a video on Hyundai and Kia window switches that stop working. This one's out of a Hyundai Accent. This one's out of a Kia Sportage. And looking at the price on these, they cost $150, $250 from the dealership. And what I've found is that they're fairly easy to repair. The master ones are the hardest ones to do. These are from the passenger or the rear windows. I believe this one's from the Sportage, but it's the same on majority of the Hyundai Kia products. Literally all you're gonna need, I've got these tweezers but with diamond grit on them, but you can use regular sandpaper, and a screwdriver to take the back off. Yeah, this all you're gonna have to do to make your windows work and save a couple $100. I'm going to do one for an example. It's the same on the other master switch, and it's virtually identical on the back ones too. It's actually easier to do. So after those two screws, you're going to pop these tabs loose on both sides. Pop that off. This button right here to lock the windows, that's just going to pop straight up. And it'll just snap back in the same way. And the switch comes apart. Now if you look real close, that soldered point is connected here, but it's metal. They do bend. I'm going to do it on one. I'm going to do it on the hardest one just to show. But right here, you'll see these two tabs. You're gonna pop those loose. I'm gonna do this on the front one to show, on the hardest point, that's easy. I'm gonna pop those up. You're gonna wanna do this over a surface because these little tabs, these little plastic squares come out. And those are what actually is pushed down onto these contacts. It's these contacts in here. If you look when you pop it open, you look real close, it actually gets corroded in there. You can either take these off and then snap them back in, or you can just clean in between. I'm gonna do the hardest procedure just to show, just in case they come off or whatever. You can see a little black right there. And it's gonna be the same on the inside. All you gotta do is with your sandpaper or whatever, just clean it, get that corrosion off there. Just from it either sitting, or it's either from sitting and getting corrosion on there, or what I actually believe it is just from it arcing. That background noise is my coworker trying to mess with me because I'm trying to do this in one take. Sorry, I didn't realize I was doing that off camera. All you're gonna do is just clean both sides. Once you see shiny, you know you've gotten that off. Oop, the camera fell, my apologies. I'm just doing this with an iPhone, so it's kind of hard to get a good steady area where you can see. All I'm doing is just rubbing this sandpaper across here on both sides. And the trick with these is you're going to want to get this part on first, then pull it back to get the back tang. I'll try to do this on camera. So yeah, just start that point, pull it back from here, and then lock it in the back. Same on the other side. Once they're both in, press down on them, make sure that they're taut. Gonna click this in, and then this square. The long part is what goes up and down. You're gonna put those in. And just the screwdriver, make sure that they click. And then you assemble it back together. We'll tip, make sure this is about center. This is for the automatic up and down feature. Just pop it back in. Make sure everything lines up. Move your switches, make sure they line. Might take a few tries just to make sure that the switches work. Definitely recommend don't fasten it down until you make sure this is the one that will mess you up, and the lock and unlock. And then just pop the cover on, and you screw your screws back in. Now, whether it's just one window that it's doing it on, or multiple, if you want to do it, just do all of them. Might as well while you have it apart. And just while I have it real quick too, I'll pop the back one apart just to show the difference. It's virtually the same, but it is easier to change. Just pop it apart. These tabs on both sides separate. Same thing. You see there's basically the same setup. You're gonna separate these. On one side, separate on the other side. You can see there's a little bit of difference on the sides. It's you can't put them back together different though. And it's literally the same thing. And this one you don't have to take apart, you just run sandpaper in between to clean them. Then you reassemble. And you put these back in. The same thing, just make sure they click. And in doing this, hopefully save yourself a couple $100s and allow your windows to work. As far as taking them out of the door, I'd say look up a video on replacing a window regulator or a door lock actuator on your vehicle, and I'll show you how to take the panel off. Pro tip, Hyundai Accents, there's a big foam wad that there's a big foam piece in the door panel that sit right about here that'll keep you from getting either these screws or these screws. There'll be from getting these screws or these screws, and all you want to do is just take that foam piece and pop it off. It doesn't hurt anything, and that makes it so you can get to those screws. That's it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this will save you some time and money and allow you to use your windows. Bye.